The rising heat index has significant implications for agricultural production and consumer behavior in the Philippines. In this video, prepared by Tricia Nicole V. Perez, we explore the various ways in which increasing temperatures can impact farm production and consumer behavior, as well as its potential contribution to inflation. Rising heat index can negatively impact farm production in several ways. First, reduced crop yields. Extreme heat can stress crops, leading to physiological changes such as reduced photosynthesis and water stress, ultimately stunting their growth and lowering yields. Second, lower quality produce. High temperatures can affect the quality of fruits and vegetables, leading to issues such as sunburn, uneven ripening, and reduced shelf life, making them less marketable. And lastly, increased pests and disease problems. Heat and drought can create favorable conditions for pests and diseases. For instance, heat-stressed plants are more susceptible to pests, while prolonged dry conditions can weaken plant defenses against diseases. Filipino consumer behavior may also be affected by a rising heat index. First example is increased demand for air conditioning and cooling products. Rising temperatures may lead to higher demand for air conditioning and cooling appliances such as electric fans. This surge in demand can drive up energy consumption and potentially result in higher electricity bills for consumers. Second is changes in food consumption. To cope with the heat, people may shift towards consuming more fruits, vegetables, and other refreshing foods and beverages, leading to changes in dietary patterns and consumption habits. And lastly, increased demand for water. With rising temperatures, there is likely to be an increased demand for water for drinking, sanitation, and keeping cool, putting pressure on water resources and utilities. And lastly, we will tackle on how rising heat index can also lead to higher inflation. Here's how. First, reduced agricultural output. Extreme heat can lead to lower crop yields, causing a shortage of agricultural products in the market. When supply decreases and demand remains constant or increases, prices tend to rise due to scarcity. Second is increased energy costs. With more people relying on air conditioning and cooling appliances to combat the heat, the demand for electricity surges. This increased demand can lead to higher electricity prices, which can then trickle down to other sectors of the economy, contributing to inflation. And lastly, disruptions in transportation and supply chains. Extreme heat events can damage infrastructure and disrupt transportation networks, making it more difficult to move goods around. This can lead to shortages of essential goods and higher prices due to increased transportation costs and supply chain disruptions. In summary, rising temperatures present significant challenges for agricultural production and consumer behavior in the Philippines. The potential reduction in crop yields, coupled with lower quality produce and increased pest and disease problems, can have far-reaching impacts on farm production. These challenges not only affect farmers but also have consequences for consumers, as they may face decreased access to certain foods as well as higher prices due to reduced supply and increased production costs. Moreover, rising temperatures can lead to shifts in consumer behavior, including increased demand for cooling products, changes in food consumption patterns, and higher water usage for drinking and cooling purposes. This increased demand places additional strain on resources and utilities, potentially leading to shortages and higher costs for consumers. Furthermore, the rising heat index can contribute to inflation by reducing agricultural output, increasing energy costs, and disrupting transportation and supply chains. The reduced agricultural output leads to a scarcity of products in the market, driving up prices. Additionally, the increased demand for cooling products raises energy consumption, resulting in higher electricity prices. Disruptions in transportation and supply chains further exacerbate the situation by causing shortages of essential goods and increasing transportation costs. To address these challenges, proactive measures are necessary. This may include investing in climate-resilient agricultural practices, promoting water conservation, improving energy efficiency, and strengthening transportation and supply chain infrastructure. By taking proactive steps to mitigate the adverse effects of rising temperatures, both on agricultural production and the economy as a whole, the Philippines can better adapt to changing climate conditions and ensure the resilience of its agricultural sector and overall economy. Once again, I'm Trisha Nicole V. Perez, and thank you so much for watching and listening.